top of the day or the world to you.
Day or the world. Those are the options. One or the other. We are pretty pumped today because, well, we have our lovely Jane here from Australia. I'm going to pop her in right now.
Yeah, right now. What the
right
heck?
away. So we've got our lovely Jane here from Australia as well. And so we're going to be talking. What did you just say?
Good morning.
Oh, I thought she was like Guten Tag. And I'm like,
Guten Tag.
Say
We're
Australia.
gonna put some German in here now.
like, I know how to speak it, but anywho,
I'm excited that our Be Live works this week. Last week was a gong show, and that was an embarrassment to my psyche because I can't handle professionalism going down like that. Yeah. But it was technology because she got a new computer.
I got to tell you, sometimes there's just nothing you can do. And sometimes things just don't work. But there's other times in life when they sure as heck do. And part of that, what we're going to be talking about today is what does work for starting your dream career. We have done a lot of cool things lately. We've launched a new website, which if you haven't seen it yet, you might want to go take a peek.
Beautiful.
Looks great.
It's mildly still in progress. So there's a couple little tweakies that we're still, again, the technology.
Technology.
In with the good air, out with the bad air.
That's right.
But we're getting there with it for sure. So definitely go check out our website to check out the new piece. But we've got some new ways that we're rolling out the courses too. We've done a little bit of talking on it thus far, but we thought as the instructors here for the course, we should probably just go through them one by one. So you guys really have a super clear idea of what they are. What do you get? What do you do?
What makes your life easier
right.
and more exciting and life-changing and full of fun and full of joy and happiness and purpose with doing one of these certification courses.
Darn tootin'
And I think that's exactly part of it, that everyone's got a different starting point, and some people want to start their dream career, but the facts of life are we need to earn money and pay bills, and to take the time out to do the course may not be viable for some. So we've got those solutions, as well as people who have a bit more time to take off to do stuff.
Totally. And learning styles, I think, is the other big one too. When the world kind of swapped over, a lot of everybody was put online, and then a lot of things kind of stay there too. But sometimes it's not always the best way for everybody. So now there's options. There's ways of doing things. So let's go through our regular rigmarole first and foremost. If you guys hear something today that blows your mind and you think, my goodness, that's incredible, we want you to throw in that hashtag, Holy Jumpin' Tuna Fish. Jane, you should have said that with us. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Holy Jumpin' Tuna Fish. Thank you very much.
Okay, we haven't done a lot of training with her on this one.
I gotta tell you, I have some sort of fascination in life of people saying things as a group.
Together.
Yeah, and group walks.
What's
I don't
the
know
word
what it
for
is.
that?
Chorus?
Is that what it is? Okay.
Sounds like a good word for it. Jane agrees, right, Jane? Chorus works?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah. Also, if you guys know of anybody or, even that is working with horses, because they can share the word out, because we really do want to get people working with horses to help build life skills all over the globe. Share this out, because sharing is in fact
caring.
That's right. Caring. Very good, ladies. Sharing is caring. And we want as many people to know about equine assisted learning and what it is that we do as humanly possible. So please do share this out as well. We also like to know who you are. So who you are, where you're from, throw it in the comments so we can do a quick shout out to you too, because it makes us happy. It's nice having Jane here today, because it's like we're talking.
Well, then at least we're talking. Yeah. But I mean, don't get us wrong. We want to hear from you in the feed as well. But yeah, it can get lonely if you're just looking at a screen.
It's true.
And keeping up the enthusiasm when nobody talking.
It's like, why don't they like us?
Yeah, exactly.
So yes, throw in who you are, where you're from. We always like to know who's watching.
At least you two always have each other sometimes. Well, I know you've both done it by yourselves as well. That's funny, isn't it? And you're like joking with yourself, and
yeah, and you're hilarious.
I really am. Why don't others see that in me?
So amusing.
I know.
Lisa, hello. And I believe I talked to you this morning, I think. So I'm excited that you made it on.
Cool.
Yes.
Nice.
The other thing I always want to remember is this lovely hashtag is we are life changers. That's not just the three of us here today. That's every single one of you who has the opportunity to positively affect somebody's life. Well, everybody you come in contact with, really.
Truly.
Just with the simplest things. And we really do break it down to, it's that kindness piece.
It really is. Kind.
Who knew Blockbuster was so smart? Be kind.
No, seriously. Like it's been getting out of hand with that social media and how people will talk not nice behind that screen, or again, if someone is needing help and you see personally, like go help them, give them kindness. And sorry, Jane, what were you going to say?
Well, I was just going to say, yes, I was just going to say that my blog this week was a thing that we did with some friends and my family at the end of last year, was our word for the year. What would your word for the year be? And to put it all, to think about what your word for a whole year would be is quite challenging, but also really fun. And like I was out with a group of girlfriends and it was really interesting listening to everyone's word. And most interesting was their why they chose that word. But I actually chose the word kindness. And I had, my lovely friends going, oh, but you're kind and da da da. And I'm like, no. I said it's not just that. It's I think one, as you girls were saying, the world needs more kindness, but even to self, like, we're often our own harshest critic. So be kinder to myself. Then sometimes those hard to have conversations are hard to have, but being clear is kind. So being honest and clear. And the other one was not letting that little judgment piece pop in, because everyone does it, but it's not kind, and it's more of a reflection on you than the other person. So stop and think, why? What is it about me? Why am I judging that person?
Yeah.
So it's really, and then I thought how ironic I chose that, because they're exactly things horses teach you.
Right? It is
like
true.
Self-care, don't be judgment, and be really clear in your communication. And I'm like, oh gosh. And then I ended it with physician, heal thyself. So you kind of teach what you need to learn,
Right? It is very, very true.
Very,
I like
very
that.
true.
Thank you.
Okay, so even just before we get started, because we have Jane here as well. We didn't do a TikTok on this.
Yeah,
we should have done that. Yep.
Well, can you start it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do this part, and then as you guys talk, I will do my own
thing.
Okay. So just so you know who we are, my name is Carolyn Charles. I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing, as well as an instructor and facilitator for the Equine Connection, the Academy of Equine Assisted Learning, Inc.
Hey, everyone. My name is Carrie Fulmeck, the founder of the Equine Connection, and I am from the Calgary area. See why I said that? Because I want you to tell me in the feed where you are also from, because I always find that most exciting, because we are global. And what that means is we help people just like you and I globally around the world do this incredible job, which really isn't a job. Why? This certification is all really, the foundation is dedicated to the welfare of the horse. So the horse comes first in this incredible certification, and the horse helps the humans. Like literally, our horses are literally allowed to be the teacher. We are trained, we are certified, we understand what that horse is saying in their culture, in their language, so that when we, the trained facilitators, step in, we have those right questions to bring back to the humans who are working with the horses, and allowing those humans to literally make their own changes, their own choice, and being empowered to make their own decisions. So it's not like sitting in a classroom where, heard it all before, or if you just change your attitude, life would get easier. No, it's not like that at all. It all comes from the horse. We just have to completely understand how that horse works. And again, being human, we sometimes think that the horse should be understanding our ways, but that's so false, because a horse can only think, act, and respond like a horse. Their brain is completely made in a different way than our human brain. So it's really important to understand for that welfare component that we're actually working with them. So it's the most exciting job in the world. And I'm telling you, even 15 years later, I wake up every day and I'm like, I cannot believe how blessed I feel that this is what I get to do for a living. Like I get to wake up and be with horses, and then I get to wake up and see a human make a change right before our very eyes. And it's such a privilege, because the programs are so exciting. The exercises are so exciting. It's like, how is this possible? And then what? We get to make a living? Get out of here. Like, it's just so amazing.
You're actually asking me. I'm like, I just got back. I wasn't listening to you at all.
Okay, Janie.
Wow, that was a good introduction, Kari.
Fine.
Yeah. I've heard yours before. That was very rich, shall I say, very rich. And I wanted to add to that too about the global part that, you know, horses speak a universal language. So while we all come from different cultures and we might speak different languages like "G'day, mate" and stuff, no, I'm joking, but they will understand. They work off our body language and things like that, our intention, our feeling. They pick up on all those things. So it doesn't matter what actual language you speak or what culture you're from. They have their horse culture, as Kari said, and we can work with that no matter where we're from. So on that note, I'm Jane Hemingway Moore. I was getting a bit weird introducing myself. It's like, I'm on the spot. And I'm an instructor as well for the Equine Connection, the Academy of Equine Assisted Learning, that big mouthful. And I have been doing this work intensively since the beginning of 2015. But I feel like it's been a calling all my life. So I feel like I've fallen into this amazing passion, and I can bring that to life through working with the horses and yeah, as the girls say, changing people's lives. And it never gets boring because every single day is different. So it might sound, you know, doing the same sort of job every day, but it's not. There's different stimulus, there's different outcomes every single time you work with your horses, and you're learning every single day as well. And I don't know about you people out there, but I'm like a lifelong learner, and as long as the brain's getting stimulated, I just love that. And the horses never cease to amaze you.
So true.
Oh, I so agree. I don't know. I think we will never completely understand the magnificency of this creature, even in our lifetime. We keep trying and learning and going to their world versus our world. But there's just so much to this stunning creature. As all of you know, you have a horse, you get it. The smell of them, the look of them, just being with them, you feel 1,000 times better, if that's possible. Possibility.
Yeah. And
but we're going to.
Yeah.
I also think it's a future-proof career, because with everything going AI and, you know, all the tools taking over other jobs of humans and that, how do we become grounded? How do we know who we really are? And I think that working with nature, so not just horses, I will put that out there, but working in nature and the fresh air and being with animals, and I think that that's so grounding, and I think that people do that and helps us connect with ourselves and nature and others. And to me, it's future-proof.
Absolutely.
My husband works in IT, and I've said to him, oh my gosh, I've got like a future-proof job. You cannot replace this. You know, robotic animals and things don't replace working with real animals.
You know,
I love that, future-proof. I'm writing it down right now.
It's funny because we actually have a few people on TikTok too. So welcome, guys. Best way to become an equine chiropractor. I don't know that one off the top of my head. The chiropractic's not our specialty for sure, but I'm sure there are many, many courses. Or Equine Guelph would be a good place to figure out what are some good.
True. Yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah,
but it's funny that years ago, do you remember we were talking to people and they were creating an app that was to like mimic a horse's reaction and how people would be working with horses and stuff. And they actually couldn't make it work at the end of the day because you couldn't
bring the stimulus. You can't bring the stimulus.
So how do you know what they're reacting to? So
you can't do it.
No, you just can't.
So I really do like that.
I have created an app. Remember?
Yes, but I mean, that's just showing the demo of what can happen, right?
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that will never, ever, ever replace it.
Yeah.
It gives you a little bit of feeling as a human. The one that I did, that is like, okay, I need to be focused. I need to be engaged with my virtual horse, and I need to do it within a time because it's kind of a game. So those time management dials. So there are 3 things that you need, but it just doesn't replace it. Not at all.
Yeah. You can't replicate the response of a stimulus.
No. And on that note, I think we should talk about the certified courses because it's very exciting. And of course, it all has to do, remember, the foundation still is, we look after the horse first in this certification. These are the pieces for our humanness where we get to do some really fun and exciting learning. And I can promise you this, it is life-changing. There is nobody who hasn't taken this course who hasn't come out of it with, oh my gosh, I got to go apologize to my horse, or, oh my gosh, I just didn't know, because you don't know what you don't know until you do know. But we've made all of these 3 options that are available to take the course in the most exciting, engaging way. So you're not like, Oh my gosh, this is so boring. Like we actually are pretty all entertaining.
We are, and we also know what would bore us.
Yeah.
Right? Like if we would do it and we would be bored, then we wouldn't put that out there.
So our first
I thought you said something about Borat then.
Oh, Borat, no.
So Carolyn gets in a mankini and then
I don't think everybody needs to see that.
imagine the three of us like that. Anyway.
No, seriously.
Adrienne from Naples, Florida is here too. So just wanted to throw out a quick hello, and anybody else who wants to introduce themselves, we always love to see it too.
Absolutely. So number one option is called the unique two-part certification. So what you will do in this one is it is on an online platform. So it's as fast as you want to go, or it's as slow. Like you can finish this course in actually 8 days with the bonus of you don't have to travel anywhere. So you save on expense and accommodations and meals and all of that right there in your own wonderful home.
For the first part.
Yes. Or, and again, it's some people, you know, they're busy. They're moms, they're dads, they've got a full-time job, they have their horses they're working with. They sometimes want to take maybe 3 months to do it. Or, I mean, even if someone wanted to take 6 months, it doesn't matter to us how long it takes. So there's no pressure for that piece. But sometimes people are like, let's get it going now. Because as soon as you take the course, then you are ready to actually go and work with people and the programs that come with your course.
Start getting things moving.
Exactly.
Guinea pig.
I would admire anyone who can get it done in a week, though.
I think the fastest
it would be very intense. But you're right, everyone's different, right? Someone may.
Right? Yeah. You sat down for 6 hours a day.
I'd say 8 hours. 8 hours a day.
For 7 days. I was thinking not
for 8.
Either way, okay. 6 to 8 hours a day for a solid week, you could do it. The brain would be very full.
But it would be like just when they came to us in person. But I do have to say, like with Carolyn's way of maybe learning, she maybe could do it in 6 days. My way of learning, I would be pressing the repeat button many times on all the videos, because I love all of the courses that we've created are tons of visual with that auditory. So you're seeing and you're hearing as we're talking about those theory pieces. It's not just words that you're seeing. Like it's not just textbook stuff. It's you literally get to see it through that visual and hear it through the auditory. Yeah. And I think for myself in my learning, I would want to press repeat a lot because there's some things that are like, what? No way.
Or I would be like, okay, I've listened to all of this instruction. I've read my pieces, but seeing the examples of stuff, that would be the part like, it's all kind of clicking.
But then that's the beauty of it. You can go back over something if you didn't quite get it, and it's in the privacy of your own home. So if you're in a course situation, which other people thrive, you might think, oh, I feel like I can't ask again. Doesn't matter. You can go back over it as many times as you want.
Totally.
Exactly. And the beauty, I'm glad you actually brought that up too, Jane, because we're there with you. Like, it's not like you just go into a course and we're like, catch you later, man. Hope you do. Yeah. We're literally in the course with you. So anytime you have a question, you just pop it in and we actually pop in and answer it. So it's not like you got to wait a week or anything to hear from us. We literally are dedicated to you going through the course. Now, the 2-part piece then would be your second component, where you would want to do your hands-on or in-person training. Because, it is so vital if it's possible that you travel. We do understand that not all of us have the ability, the money, or even the want to travel. So we have a no travel training as well for those of you who just can't do it any other way. So we have that available. But if you can, it is the most miraculous piece. It's where the magic comes to life in our 3-day in-person training, because you see the horses literally being the teacher. You feel what these horses are doing. You go through your 12-week curriculum programs that you get with your certification course. You get to facilitate. You get to learn. All it is horses and exercises and exercises and horses. Like, it's a phenomenal 3 days. And I tell you, experiential learning is still your strongest component to how you retain all of that and bring in your theory. It's just all solid proofing. everything that you've learned in the course before.
And you have us there.
Yes,
absolutely.
So obviously, if you're doing it by yourself, you get the feedback from the videos that you then send to us, but you don't have us there in person. And there's a couple of other instructors in the States, aren't there, who do the hands-on, so that you'll have one of 5, 6 of us, whoever there, really helping you along the way.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We had one question here just on the Tiki Talk too. Can I work with my one horse to start a business out? Absolutely. We didn't even work with one of our own horses at the start.
That's right.
Yeah.
I had 2 horses when I first began, but I actually didn't even think of actually working with them to begin with. I rented.
Yeah. So where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Big Red's Big Shop. That's your answer.
I was going to say, so just so you know, your in-person trainings, it's a beautiful an ability to what is it? I'm trying to say pick where you would like to go, because we have them here in the Calgary, Alberta, Canada area. And of course, Ontario. We might be heading off to Halifax. No.
Possibly. Yeah. We might be going out or Cape Breton, I think is the actual place.
Okay. Wherever. So you always want to check in where our locations are. Then of course, in Australia, we have Sydney and
Brisbane.
So that's exciting. And Jane did one in New Zealand just last year. So it's always nice to see where those locations are coming from, or maybe even Singapore, whoever knows, right?
Who knows?
Question here too. What association recognizes this certification? This is a super long answer to this one that we'd like to kind of stay on topic for getting through these courses, I think, today. But if you check out the ealnetwork.com, that one will have all of your answers as to how this whole piece works and what it works under, and how the accreditation part works as well.
And also at www.equine.ca, go to the frequently asked questions.
Equineconnection.ca.
Oh, what did I say?
Just equine.ca. Yeah.
URL. So equine.ca. Yeah, Equine Connection.
Or if you go to our profile.
In the FAQs, there is a lot of good information there as well. Yeah. Okay. And then in the USA, we have not possible. They are Salisbury,
Massachusetts, and I'm trying to remember the
Arizona. Oh my goodness, let me just look.
What is the name of the?
It's Lori Branders.
No, that was Texas.
Anywho, we're gonna go to Arizona as well. Anywhere where else in the U.S.?
Well, and possibly Las Cruces, New Mexico. We never do. Well, there's lots of options, but those are the ones that are our options at this time.
Okay.
Yeah. But again, keep on the website if you're ever curious about where it is that we're going. There's the USA side, the Australia side, and the Canadian side that you can go see what locations are upcoming, as well as all the dates for them too.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah. And then if you absolutely, like you said, can't travel, there is always that option. And then if down the line, say, you weren't able to travel, but you really want to feel it, maybe there's an opportunity for you to join one down the line as well.
Yeah. And that would be that's no extra cost. So what we just talked through, the whole investment would be $4,997. Now that's Canadian. So any of you in the USA, I need you to understand, we have not good money here. So that means you save money. So that's, I don't know even right now what it's at, but it's maybe 30%. What did they save?
In and around between 20 and 30%. Right
okay.
Yeah.
Like it's phenomenal. When we come to beautiful America, it costs us money because we spend 30% more money there because our money is not good. Now, I don't know with Australia, because sometimes they get a deal when it's Canadian, but then sometimes they don't.
Close-ish that fluctuates back and forth with each other.
Yeah.
One question.
It hasn't been amazing lately, but they're never too far apart, but it's been almost 1-1, but lately it was 1.1. So it's a little more expensive, but
okay, but not bad. At least it's not USA currency that they're paying for the course.
That's exactly right. We have somebody who asked about, do you have to be a therapist? Absolutely not. This program and the certification is to help people develop life skills. You do not have to be a therapist to do this piece. And we actually certify people in equine assisted learning, not equine assisted therapy. This is another one we could go on for forever. Equineconnection.ca and then /FAQ.
Yep, absolutely. So the second option, this is also so exciting. It's a combo in-person one. That means literally it's kind of like going back in the olden days, which you don't know because you've never taken the course before. But literally you are with us in face-to-face. I can touch you, hug you, be with those horses right away for 4 solid straight days. However, I just want you to understand how there's 4 parts to this. So in that first combo in person, there's an online component. So there's 2 full days where you would be at your own home. You would have, again, those videos, you would have textbook, you would have an online component as you're going through that. But then those 2 days are kind of like the beginning to your course before you come and be with any of us in the in-person piece. And this way, then you're done. So it's kind of like 6 days you would be completed for getting your certification. Then you get to do the business training, because that's a huge part of our certification as well, is we don't just say, I hope you make it. We actually are here for the life of your career and of course for the success, because we're not successful until you actually are. So the training that comes after, the free training, the platform that we work with our global facilitators, you always have 24/7 accessibility to pop in. Oh my gosh, this just happened. Anyone, this happened to you? Or do you have an idea? I'm meeting with the Board of Education. What did you do? And people are always sharing and exchanging all of that lovely information. So that is 1 full day, though, of the actual business training, which would, again, be in the comfort of your own home. Grab some popcorn, grab your glass of champagne, just enjoy the business piece. And I always love if you have a partner that you live with that just doesn't maybe understand why you're doing this kind of a career, because sometimes people don't get, how can you make money with horses? This is a great time that your partner can also sit down and watch the business training with you, because the more your support team actually understands how this business does make you money, if you put in what that is called the action, if you put in the action, because if the action don't come, you can sit there and dream all you want and nothing will ever appear. We've tried it.
It's not like a McDonald's franchise where you've got a McDonald's on the roadside and you're going to have the customers driving past who are hungry and they know they'll get their standard food all around the world. It's your own business. So yes, we give you all the tools, but creating your own business is hard work. But at least with a company like ours, you get support doing it. So
that's like the steps of what to do. First step.
Yes.
Like how lucky is that there's
no overwhelm.
Checklist.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
You don't get that too often.
No.
I know I didn't graduate, from college or anything like that, and they're like, here's how to be successful.
No, they don't give you that when you go to university.
My instructors didn't say, give me a shout if you have any issues. That was never came up. Right? No, there was no back.
But here you do. Yes. So you can, and again, all of us instructors, you can tag us. Hey, Jane, I'm going to be in Australia. Can I come and do a 3-day training with you? That's the beauty. Everything's included in the investment. And again, included means that if 3 years from now you want to come back and do another in-person training, you can. It's all in your investment to begin with. And I think that's mighty amazing.
Absolutely.
I don't think that happens everywhere you go in the world either.
No.
And and occasionally people need to put whatever their life on a bit of a hold, a hiatus through health or whatever it might be, and then to kind of kickstart back in, they do like to come and reconnect in person with us. So they've always got the online, of course, the platform, but to reconnect in person is special. And as you said, it's always there. Everyone's always welcome.
So true. And the business pack, totally forgot to tell you about the business pack.
Well,
with business training. So you go to town with that one. Not the unique.
Not the unique. This is just in the combo one. And I was just going to say, before we got started with this. This is you learners out there who are the ones that like you need to have people talk to you and hear the stories and do all that stuff. This is a really fantastic option for you, because I've had a lot of people ask me as they call, well, I'm not big into online. This is a great way of doing it, to be able to do that physical around people learning piece as well. So, and then what I was talking about, the business business pack, my goodness. We used to say 2 to 3 years of blood, sweat, and tears. I'm going to go with 15 now years, because that's how far into this we are. And it's one of those things that always consistently keeps growing. You do not have to recreate the wheel. You do not have to sit there and think, how the heck am I going to market this? You don't have to sit back and say, I have no idea how to design anything. What else could I use? You don't have to think of all of those pieces. There are checklists, there are standpoints, there is research, there are PowerPoints, there are trade show ideas. There is everything you possibly could need to move your business forward. And it grows weekly at this point.
It does.
Because every time we get new information, whether it be about horses, whether it be about marketing, whether it be about business, whether it about being grants or other such things that are out there, it all goes into it and just keeps growing for you and growing for you to help you move forward with your business. There is not enough words that I can express to you what this is, because every time we tell people, I could list off every file in there, and then you would go in afterwards and you'd be blown away.
Yeah, because everyone is. That's the second thing you're blown away at. It's the business pack, because it's gold.
Absolutely.
It's gold.
And I think that is a really unique thing with the Equine Connection, because, a lot of like any equine assisted training, obviously we work with horses, and you have to do your due diligence that you're working with people who do respect the horses, and that is our number one thing. But as long as we all do that, the equine assisted part, listening to your horse, that's similar in different trainings. But what's unique is you get the actual exercises with us, where you don't have to recreate the wheel, as the girls were saying. And this business part is truly unique. That just doesn't exist anywhere else. So there's a few things there, as, for example, I was in your shoes, 8 years ago now, of people listening and looking around for the course that I would choose. They were some of the reasons that I chose it. I knew that this was the area I wanted to get into. And with the courses out there, this one really spoke to me, because I thought, how would I design a course? And I feel like I'm pretty creative as well. But just to really be able to get out of your certification and just start. You can start once you don't have to start creating programs and thinking about all that. We've done all the thinking for you in a way.
The fundamental principles in the form of delivery, if you have that brain that you just want, how do I do this step by step? That is it. Yeah. It is all right there. Yeah. And it is so stunning to have those pieces. We've written programs now ourselves.
Yeah. Ooh, they're hard.
Whoa. Wow. Whoa. How to do all that. I can't imagine having to start from scratch and doing it all.
No.
I just can't imagine.
No.
That would be, yeah.
I can't either.
And that you hit that each time that you do actually hit an objective, that's quite unique as well. It is, the horses are the ones who, that's why it's different each time. It's going to be different each time, but no matter what happens and transpires in the arena with the horses, you can always bring it back to your objective. And there aren't many training programs out there in any field where you can guarantee outcomes.
Right.
So that's pretty unique too.
That is super unique. I do agree. I love that part as well, almost the most. But I love business too. Like, I just love business. All of our options that we're going through, because this is still only number 2, just so you know, you can pay in full, or we actually have a payment plan. And that's kind of sweet too, because for those of you who, again, are on a budget, or it's just not as easy for you to just fork out that investment that quickly. And since you're taking it online, what a nice way to be able to, again, have that availability. And there's no interest that's charged to you either. So we try to make it as easy as possible for those of you who know your calling is to work with horses, but also have a business with maybe some definitely want this is your next career. Sometimes people do it for their retirement, or again, sometimes people despise their job and they just don't want to live like that anymore, because why? Life is too short and we only got a very short little time here on earth. So it's kind of nice when you know where it is that you're going. And sometimes it takes us a little bit older people to finally get to, I know what I want to be when I grow up. And
exactly.
I wish I would have been 20, but I wasn't supposed to be 20 when I got into this. So it all works for the way it's supposed to. Yeah. And did we talk about all 4 parts then? I think so. And then this course is $79.97. And again, this is Canadian. So no USA money.
And you also get other things with it too. Like
if you're on the payment
plan. Full. Yeah. So if you want to go see all the packages written out, because again, different learning styles and different things, again, you can go to our website, equineconnection.ca, go to certification courses, pick your country, and then you'll be able to see all the different options.
And in a nutshell, though, the 4 parts are theory, on hand, practical, say it that way, practical, business, and ongoing training and support.
You got it.
Thank you, Jane.
Well done.
Jane is going to summarize each of the courses each time because it's so eloquently.
We'll just make all the words.
Yeah, and then she's going to bring it all together.
Yeah. That's what we'll do.
You see, it's fun to work with us, really.
Yeah, it is.
Right here, I want to leave my job and work with horses.
Right?
Please help.
Yay.
Shoot us a message.
You know, don't ever think you can't. Like sometimes people think, well, I don't have this or I don't have that, or she's making it because she's where she is. You know what? Why not you? Why not you? Like there's always ways, especially when we have that little passion that burns inside of us. Like that means your calling is pulling you somewhere else. Does it take work? 100%. But this is the best part about making a dream become a reality, because it's the only way. That's why very few of us actually literally get to do what we love every single day, because it does take that work to stay with it and persevere. But it's so exciting, even through all of this and all of the horrible things that have even happened here at our location. It has still made me so grateful and blessed that I've still been a part of this journey. And it does hurt like heck when
and not to do business wise, but
but it's part of it.
I was going to say too, if you want to talk about unlikely candidates, I had no horse experience, no entrepreneurial experience. My whole plan in life was to take a degree program that didn't include math. Like this was not, had you asked me that many years ago if I was going to end up doing a program instructing a program with horses where we were certifying people, I would have said you are on funny drugs, because I would have never thought it was a thing that would happen. But you never do know how your life can open up. And if doors may seem like they're closed, but look for the window. There's always an open window.
Always. And sometimes it's so completely different than you ever even thought of in your brain.
Yep.
Like it's true the way that works. Okay. Then we got our option 3.
Oh, right. Oh, okay, I'm with it. Option 3.
Oh, that's very nice. I just noticed that she puts that on there. So our option 3 is exclusive for 4-part. I don't know why I can't say part. Is it because I want some port? Like I don't understand, but it is part and not port. So this is a
4-part exclusive Equine Assisted Learning certification. One more time.
What was the word the other day that I said? Then I kept forgetting to put the T in.
Yeah.
Like there was no T.
Like part of her brain shut down.
It's true. 3 times.
Yeah.
So the first part is very similar to that unique piece where it's going to be all of the theory. So it will be on an online platform. And of course, on demand, you can do it in 8 days if you would like to. You can take 6 months if you like to. So it's at your own pace. But again, you have all of that fun and laughter. And I have to say, you will have some tears because the stories and how we explain how the theory makes sense when you watch these videos and listen to them, they get you right here, man.
It's true. Yeah.
They get you because these horses, they just show you so much because you let them be a horse and not trying to control them in any which way. So that part is really lovely. Then our part 2 is that business training component. So of course you'd be in the comfort of your own home once more to do the business component. And again, your partner or someone who supports you can definitely listen in on that day. And then of course you get your business pack, which is the gold and all the great stuff that comes with it and the curriculum programs. And then of course the third part, would be your in-person training. So again, globally around the world, you can choose which location works best for you. And you don't have to panic. You can still run business. You can still work with people and work with your exercises and your programs before you come to the in-person training. It's not like you have to do that immediately in order to start running your business. It's just the magic and everything solidifies when you get to the 3-day training. So if you want to take your course now, but you don't want to come to an in-person training until November, cool. Totally fine. You're still being able to be a part of everything that we offer to our lovely family and team. And then, of course, our fourth part is that 24/7 platform.
Ongoing support.
Yeah, ongoing support. And I really have to say, everything is absolutely solid in what we do give. And I love what Jane had said too. There's so many unique components to our certification, which really make us just so strong. And it is about you. Like, your success is very important. We don't believe in just making money. Like, that's nice, but it doesn't add any fulfillment or purpose to our beings either. So we want you to be able to do what we do. We want you to understand you can work with organizations and people and change their lives as well, because our purpose on earth is to help one human. Our purpose on earth is to help another human. What a great way to be able to do where we get to still be a part of horses, right?
I always think to myself, what are these little, the businesses that are doing things just for the money? Like, what's the longevity of that, right?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, a huge part of our business is from word of mouth too. Like, we want people to hear of us, to know that, oh my gosh, yes, they were there for us. They supported us. I called up Jane, I called up Carrie. I was just able to do these things, and to have that word of mouth piece. Because if we are putting a whole bunch of like mass exporting facilitators out there, but nobody's doing anything with their business, then we're not the company that we say we are. We have to make sure that we're setting people up for success rather than setting people up to hit that first wall and fail. And I don't know how the rest of some of the little companies that they just certify and pop them out there.
And then bye-bye.
Because it's
good luck
it's
to
so
you.
hard. It's so hard if you don't have the support and you don't have the mapping of it, right?
Totally agree. And like, that's a huge part of Equine Connection is we literally invest back into you. And I always say it's kind of interesting to think about it, but you pay the first investment. But funny, like in 3, 4, 5 years, it's like we're starting to pay you because we keep investing in you so that you can continually move forward. And remember, world changes, boom, 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 as we all have seen. So we always have to be on top of it. And what needs to change in our marketing or with our target market, or what's going to help our facilitators globally around the world be able to do that? Well, we're always right there to go to that next place, next step, because we have to be.
Because we need to be successful too.
Yeah.
Really.
And we're not successful until you are.
Yeah. So that's how it has to roll, doggone it.
And the other thing I think that's quite unique, and I know this from a couple of my colleagues I work with who've been with other companies, is the ongoing support. They're not just empty words. It's really there. We literally are there for you all the time. And working with other organizations and things, I'm so used to the responsiveness of, say, if I need something from Kari and Carolyn, and there's an answer there if I wake up the next morning with the time change, of course. Whereas sometimes I'm like, gosh, I sent that a week ago. Do I need to follow up again? Like, what's that? That just doesn't happen with us. We're there.
Sorry to the rest of the businesses out there, because we're creating impatient people now because we get answers all the time, right? But it's very true. Like, when people need something, we don't need it like 6 weeks from now. We need it so that we're actually like, we are a family. We truly are. We have this beautiful group of humans.
But even if we can't answer, at least we say, look, I can't answer you right now.
Yeah.
But I hear you. So it's very human in its approach like that too, rather than just, I didn't get to it. And we are human. You can forget something, but then we're always there like that. That's another unique thing, I would say.
Right.
Do you want me to summarize this one?
Hang on, we have one question here first, because
I think this will help with it too. So
yes.
So the question is, it sounds like the combo and the exclusive are both the same 4 parts, not understanding the difference. Can you share specifically how those 2 options differ?
Go, Jane.
Okay, so what I was going to say is I just wrote something in my newsletter about this as well. I wrote that exactly what you're saying, Lisa, is that they are the same in that you get the same information. It's just different ways of learning. So what we thought is that not everyone will want to learn all the theory online. And we used to do the course this way where there was no online. It was literally we were with you the whole time, and we had some feedback that people would like to get back a bit more into that sort of format, so we created this combo so that people could learn that way. So you still get all the same theory with each, actually with the 2-part you get the same theory, so people are not missing out. So all the theories, concepts, everything behind EAL, working with your horses, all of that is in all of the 3 ways of doing the course. The online, the hands-on part only really differs in that you're with us for longer because some of the theory is taken care of in person as well. So that's the difference. But in the end, you come out with the same knowledge, whether you do the combo or the exclusive. And you with both, yes, you get the business and the ongoing support. So I don't know if that's a good explanation. Kind of why we came up with it as well.
No, it is good. But again, just so you know, with the combo, you are with us for 4 days straight, and then you're certified. You're done. Go. You can go do it. The exclusive, it does. Some people, I mean, like we have said, it's maybe sometimes takes 3 months for them to get through it. And then they do the business, and then they come for their 3-day in-person training. So to me, the exclusive is a longer way to do it versus the combo.
Can I ask?
Because you only have 2 days before you take the 4-day in-person course. You have 2 days of online with some theory first, but then you still come to us or to Jane to do some of the horse pieces and, of course, the conflict pieces, how our exercise work, and you work with the horses in those 4 days as well. Yes, Jane?
Well, that's interesting because I was thinking that they could do the 2 days. They didn't have to do it 2 days and 4 days. I thought they could do the 2 days a little bit more in advance or whatever. Yeah. So in that way,
they do.
Yeah, they didn't have to do it.
So it's similar.
Yeah. No, and you're right. We say it's 2 days because it's like it's a chapter 1 and a chapter 2 in your textbook. And when you get your textbook, you will see. But no, if you wanted to take your 2 days and it took you a week to go through your 2 days, that's totally fine too.
But there's a deadline. So
could people do the business beforehand?
No.
The business day before
they would have to finish the whole course because we got to still finish the theory piece before they could get their business pack. So the combo is very, very different. Like to me, out of the unique and the exclusive, because you're really doing really strong and fast in-person training, but you're finishing up your theory and you're with the horses and doing the exercises every day.
Yeah.
Like we need to sometimes have an ambulance come and the stretcher takes our humans away because mentally they are so wasted and tired, but it's so great.
It's a good tired and wasted.
It is a good tired and wasted.
For myself.
Yeah.
Does that help, Lisa?
I'm hoping so. And
I wondered where you were going with
I know what happened here.
Just the stretch.
For myself, so I went to high school at a work at your own pace high school. It was poor decision making for me. So I know that I need a deadline of when things need to be done. So you can be very excited to start, but sometimes life happens and you're like, oh, this happened, and all of a sudden you're very, very behind. What I love about the combo is when you sign up, you're signing up for specific dates.
Yes.
So those online pieces must be done before those specific dates so that you can get started. So that for me would be very, very helpful because then I can be like, okay, May
it's not any time
18th. I got to be done all my stuff up ahead of time. It's not May 18th. It's May 8th to 11th for one of ours.
Yeah. Well, and then July 17th to 20th. So there's only 2 times, Lisa, that you can take the combo in person for 2023.
And once
in
in
North America, and then in Australia we have September.
Yeah. Don't ask me the specific dates right now.
Oh, you're like us.
We're trying to get to the next page fast enough, so we look.
It's in September, but yeah.
Yeah,
that month
we were
period.
cool. I'm not sure oh no, I think Lisa is from the States,
Washington.
isn't she? Yes, exactly. Okay, so then our dates.
This is confusing for me because WA is also Western Australia, and I'm like,
Oh,
is Lisa from Western Australia or is she from Washington?
I know this again because I talked to her. So.
And Naples is in Italy, so I'm like, is this person from Italy or?
that's hilarious. No, I hear you though. Your combo in person is September 6th to the 9th.
That's right. I knew it was beginning of September. Yep.
Yeah.
And Lisa, that's
Australia, Lisa.
Yeah, a great way of saying it too. The combo is more structured in like start times and that sort of thing, you betcha, than the exclusive is, because you can get all the online piece done and then book your 3-day like after that at some point. So absolutely, if you're looking at being structured and moving forward and giddy up, done. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can giddy up in the other way too, but
like you say, not as many people giddy up when they have the option to go as fast or as slow as they want to. But
I have a group that signed on, a small group, to do this 4-part. And they signed on sort of towards the end of last year, and they said, look, could you put on a 3-day hands-on just for us, because we'll be done. And I'm like, yeah, if you're done, and I thought, oh, I wonder if all of these people will get all the theory done by then. And no, they're still not done. Yeah. So then I was saying, look, I do have one coming up in April, I think. And I'm like, if you're done by then, if you want it done and then we talked about January, but they're still not done. So that's the thing, as you were saying, everyone's different. So we've got one person a little further ahead, but still no one's actually done everything to come and do the 3-day hands-on, because there's so much.
And we have other people who have hammered through it and been beautiful on it too. So it's just your learning style and what works best for you, because it's not that people don't get it done because it's boring or anything else.
It's other things happen in life. And I remember, I think it was Jeanette. She wanted to get to an in-person training. And I think it was our last one in the States.
She hunkered down.
So she's like, I need to get on this course and I am going to get this thing done. And I have never seen a human move so fast. I don't know if she did it in 5 days or what it was, but she did the whole thing. And then she went to the in-person training. Then we said, you do that. You can learn the business piece after. Don't worry about learning the business piece until you get your brain mentally back onto place again.
We have a good question here for the people that just joined as well. A quick little recap of exactly what we do. We certify people in equine assisted learning, which is where the horses are the teachers, helping people to develop essential life skills to move forward with their lives. So we certify people in being able to run those programs across the globe. We will have this video recorded after the fact too. So if you want to watch the whole thing, shoot us a message and we can definitely send off the link so you can watch it for you as well.
Exactly. And thanks so much, Lisa, for helping us to get clearer. Because, clarity is kind of important in this business, because working with horses, if our communication is off just an itsy bitsy teeny weeny, we know what happens to our horses. So here as humans, we've got all this brain stuff going on. It's much easier when we have just simple clarity. Just give me the checklist, man.
That's true.
So maybe that's a good thing, a checklist.
I think Lisa's put that in a really great way about one is a little more structured, and if you need that. Yeah, that's a great way. We should put that on the website.
I concur. Lisa, you're changing our website. We're going to do it now.
Please send me the
That's what we were saying. We always learn from each other as well, don't we? We always learn from our participants in the course, because everyone brings something different. So it's a really great community in that sense as well.
Absolutely. You bet. And we're going to have to, I think that clears up everything after you do your thing. But we have a program today with the Calgary Dream Center guys. So this is helping men in recovery actually move forward and build skills in their own life. So they come every Wednesday. So we have them coming in 1 hour to work with the horses.
That's right. And we get to set up and do all those other fun things. We do have people asking for the link as well on Facebook. It's going to be right here for you. As soon as we're done, you're going to be able to replay the whole thing to watch all of this again. You lucky duck.
Seriously.
Just fast forward, just stop at place and be like, what did they say? But no, it'll be very clear by the end.
I love it. Thank you so
Absolutely.
mujust, Jane, for joining us. We always love seeing your beautiful face.
Pleasure.
Oh,
Thank you for having me. Thank you, everybody.
We just had one more question of where we're located. So we are based out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. We also have our home base in Terry Hills, just outside Sydney, in New South Wales, Australia. And then we have other places across the United States as well that you can do your hands-on training too. But you can check out the website, equineconnection.ca. And there's a ton of extra information on there, as well as more info on us. If you do want to learn a little bit more about Jane or a little bit more about Carrie and myself, you can check out that new website at equineconnection.ca. Oh, there's something else we were supposed to mention.
The virtual summit, but wow.
Oh, we're going to have to do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll come on maybe and do another little special live tomorrow.
Oh, a short little live.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's what we'll do.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank
That's
you.
a good idea.
Right? You do it on your side too, lady.
Lady.
Yep, will do. Lady.
Okay, everyone have an amazing day. Remember, you are a life changer. You are special, you are unique, and you are gifted because why? There's only one of you. So go for your dream, make it happen, and have a stunning, beautiful day.
And a stunning,
I say.
beautiful day. Have a good one, everybody.
Bye, everyone.